To use the features described in this video, you will need to use EverWeb 4.5 or higher for macOS or Windows. EverWeb's container feature is a powerful design tool, allowing you to put almost any type of object within it. This gives you powerful design possibilities, especially when using responsive pages. A container is an object that you add objects into. You can add any type of object into a container, except the responsive row widget. You can even nest containers inside each other, giving you more design possibilities, as you can layer objects on top of each other. A container can be used either as a fixed width or full width object. You can also use allow free dragging from the metrics inspector if you want. There are three types of container. The container row, where the objects are aligned horizontally. Container column, where objects are aligned vertically. And container free flow, where you can place objects wherever you want within the container. You can add a container to the page in a number of ways, such as using the container button in the toolbar, the plus button in an object's toolbar, or by right or secondary mouse clicking in the editor window. Select the Add to option so you can add a new container to the page. In addition to these options, you can also add containers in other ways. If you right-click on the currently selected container, you can use the Add to Container option. This will add a container inside the currently selected container. If you have a number of objects selected, you can group them together into a new container. Right-click, then choose Contain As to group the selected objects into a new container. When you add a container to the page, EverWeb automatically adds a 20-pixel padding to it, as shown by the dashed line. You can change the padding values in the margins and padding section of the metrics inspector. Use the move icon in the top right-hand corner of the container to drag and drop the container to a new location on the page. When you add a container to your page, you will see a large plus button at its center. Click on the button to quickly add your first object into the container. The container's toolbar sits either directly above or below the container, depending on where the container is located on the page. Use the toolbar's up and down buttons to move the container up and down the page. Alternatively, use the move icon instead. To quickly add objects into the container, use the plus button. Alternatively, you can drag and drop objects into the container. To quickly access the container's widget settings, use the Settings cog. This is often quicker than mousing over to the Widget Settings tab in the inspector window. The container's widget settings has the following options. If you are using a lot of containers on a page, we recommend naming each container using the Name menu option. This will make it easier for you to always find the right container. You can also change the container name by double-clicking on it in the toolbar. Sometimes, you may find that the container type you have initially chosen is not the right one for your design. Use the Layout menu option to quickly change the container type to a different one. Objects can be wrapped when you reduce your browser width when using the container row layout type. Use the Wrap menu option to set the type of wrap that you want. Choose either None, Wrap, or Reverse Wrap. The height of a container can be set to adjust automatically or manually. Additionally, you can also set the minimum and maximum height of the container as desired. The Alignment section of the widget settings lets you change the vertical and horizontal alignment of objects within the container. When using vertical alignment, you can choose either to align the objects to the top, middle, or bottom of the container. When using horizontal alignment, objects will be aligned either to the left, center, right, justify, or justify center within the container. Adding objects, such as text boxes, images, video, or widgets, into a container is easy. You can use drag and drop. The menu options. Right-click menu options. Or the plus icon in the center of the container, if it's available. You can even nest containers inside each other, for extra design flexibility. Rearranging objects in a container is also as you would expect. Just drag and drop the object you want to move to its new location. Dashed guidelines will help you accurately place the object when using container row or container column. If you are using container free flow, you will see guidelines extend from the object's corners to the container's corners. Containers can be easily styled using features such as margins, padding, borders, and animation effects. These are just some of the features of EverWeb's containers. For more, check out our video on containers' advanced features, as well as our other videos on how to use containers.